Just wanted to thank you all for taking the time to join in with us, all our seniors, our graduates. I would say first question, biggest thing that you're struggling with kind of this season, your graduation, all that with all that's going on. What's your biggest challenge?
I would say it's probably just like we've been like waiting for this moment for like 12 years, and then all of a sudden it's just like not there anymore. Like it's all just gone, and it's like graduation, like your high school graduation is something you only get once. So like just not getting to be able to have that anymore is just like kind of crazy, especially when you've been waiting for it for so long.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I feel like for me personally, it's been really, really difficult for me not being able to sing every day like I'm used to. I'm having a hard time accepting that my first year of college as a music major will not be how everyone else's is, and that makes it really difficult because you can't do and learn music properly on a computer, which is really hard for me to kind of grasp right now.
Yeah.
Wow, I hadn't even thought about that. That's
right.
Yeah, that's tough.
So not even just graduation, but what's coming next is going to be a challenge as well. So yeah.
Exactly.
I think the main part is that I'm not able to see my friends as much as I used to. I do miss them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I don't know, like I was kind of slacking before everything happened, so I kind of regret like slacking so much because now I don't get like to go back ever again. So I really regret that.
Yeah, those are all, I mean, challenges, 100%, no doubt. And just want to encourage you guys that this is just part of your story. And I was thinking back on, what do we say? Because we're not in your shoes, so we don't know how you feel exactly, but thinking back to any story in the Bible, any character in the Bible, I think about their stories and how none of them went through their life, or their life wasn't shared without hardships. That's something that is kind of included in all of that. And within those hardships came amazing victories. And that's something that Pastor Matt, I'm going to turn it over to him in a minute to just give you some words of encouragement, but we wanted to let you know that even in the midst of hardship, you have opportunities to shine and show that light and lead others and yourself. So take heart in that one thing we can say is that your graduating class is unique. And that's something to be celebrated, because even though it is different and it's not like everybody else, you guys do have a unique story that can be told and won't easily be forgotten. So that's definitely something you have. So with that, I want to turn it over to Pastor Matt to share some words with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, first of all, let me say this. We don't know what it feels like to face the senior year that you guys are facing. We don't, as much as we are for you guys and are empathizing with you guys. We don't know what it feels like to face what you're facing in that context. And so, but here's one thing I do know. I've had the privilege to at least have some conversations with each of you. And I've never met anybody like any of the four of you on an individual basis. Grace, you're one of the most unique, original people I've ever met in my life. And every time I get to talk to you, it's a blessing for me, because I learn a little bit more about who you are. But I always laugh in a good way, because you're hilarious, but you're also extremely sweet and extremely kind. And Kylie, when got to meet you, Kylie, I know there's two Kylies, so I'm going to start with Kylie Howard. Kylie, when I first got to meet you, when Grace introduced us to you, you are one of the most kind to the heart people that I've ever met, and you're also I don't know. I don't know you extremely well, but here's what I do feel like I know about you. You're one of the most talented people that I know as well, in when it comes to singing, but when it comes to really anything that you've decided to pursue and put your mind to and go after, you're extremely talented. But you're one of the most truly kind people that I've had the privilege of meeting as well, and it comes through in just about every conversation that I've ever had with you. And I know I can't empathize completely with what you guys are going through, but the reason I want to highlight just some of these unique qualities is because what I believe has an opportunity of happening through this season. And Kylie Tafoya, I mean, you are a powerhouse, and I mean that in so many different senses of the word. You have so much potential in you to change the world around you that I don't know if you realize it or you see it, but I certainly do. Anytime I get to talk with you, or anytime I hear about you, or anytime I get to hear your family talk about you, or your friends talk about you, you are a powerhouse. I don't know how else to describe it other than that. Whatever it is that you decide to go into, it's going to leave such an impact to those around you. That it's not going to be forgotten. And so hearing that you're pursuing something like in child services or in social services is just such an admirable thing, because I really think you could do anything you wanted to do, and be successful at it, and be great at it, and be impactful at it. And you're choosing to do something that is maybe the least appreciated thing, one of the least appreciated things to do, but that's what you're choosing to do, and you're going to leave an impact on it. And Leilani, every time I get to see you, and usually it's with your family, but you just have this joy about you that kind of exudes from everything. Like even when you joined this call and you were trying to, like everybody does anytime you join a Zoom call and they can't figure out the audio, there was still just like, we couldn't hear you, but like this joy was just exuding from you. And whatever it is that life has for you, or that you step into, that joy is so contagious and it's so infectious. And it's what I see in that is just, no matter what you come up against, what you decide to do, what circumstances look like, this joy is going to exude from you and carry you through. And so I so appreciate each of you individually and who you are. I think that the best truly is ahead of each of you. And just know this, I'm not saying what I'm saying now or what I want to share with you here in a moment, just for preacher talk, because it sounds good. And just because maybe I have to say this because I'm a pastor. It's because I truly believe it for each of you. And it's actually kind of tied into what I'm going to be speaking on for our online service on Sunday, which is actually going to be the day that this airs with it. But it's a scripture of truth, and I pray that it encourages you. It's found in James chapter 1, verse 2. It says, when troubles come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow, so let it grow. And the reason I say that, Sean's right. Like this class of 2020, the four of you, this is unique. No one can say that they graduated on a year that this looks. And Grace, what you said earlier has been, that's what I've been thinking about. Like you wait for this day your whole life. You wait for this day your whole academic life to graduate. And then seemingly in the blink of an eye, what you thought it was going to look like is taken away. But what's not taking away is the fact that you are graduating, the work that you've put in. You're still going to graduate. And so there really is two ways to respond to adversity. There's two ways to respond to when something that you expect to happen doesn't happen. Obviously, let's just call it what it is. It sucks. Like, it just plain sucks. There's no way getting around it. And we're not trying to convince you that it doesn't. It does suck. That's the reality. And it doesn't seem fair that of all the graduating classes in the history of the world, yours is the one that this happens during. It doesn't seem fair. But there's two ways that we can respond to that. You guys can look at it and say, okay, man, this does suck. And you can sit in that and you can wait and just be like, no one's going to convince me otherwise. This sucks. Or we can take what it is, because we can't control it, right? You guys can't control it. You can't undo it. You can take it and you can consider it an opportunity to actually make you better. Because I really believe that this is going to be something that catapults each of you into being even better than the path that you were already taking. Like Kylie, what you were saying about music, right? The first year of that kind of educational path, it's really hard over a computer. Like, it's not going, and especially on the surface, it's like, well, how does that even work? But because of this opportunity that's in front of you, I really believe that it's going to make you even better, because it's now going to be an opportunity, one, for you to find the joy in the situation, but to truly find how that can make you better at the path you're going down, whatever that looks like. I don't know. I'm not a music major, nor have I ever been, nor do I think I ever will be. But I don't need to know that. I just need to know about you. And who you are, and how you can approach this challenge, approach this opportunity, and count it as joy to help make you better. And that's my encouragement to each of you. You don't have to pretend that reality is something other than it is, right? We said it. It sucks. It is what it is. But we do have the choice to say, okay, it does suck, but am I just going to sit here and let it happen? Or can I choose to actually find the joy in this situation and use it as an opportunity to make me stronger, to make me better? Because your best days truly are ahead of you. But now this is even more of an opportunity. I think that, several years down the road, you guys can look back on and say, wow, that taught me some things, and it helped contribute to the person I am today. And just know that none of you are alone in that. You have friends, you have family, you have a team of youth leaders, you have myself and our church family who loves each and every one of you, who appreciates and supports each and every one of you, and who is praying for each and every one of you, and are here cheering you on through all of that. And so let it make you better. It's changing us, that's for sure. We know this season is changing us. My prayer and encouragement to you is let that change be a positive one. Let that change make you better. Because class of 2020, the world down the road, I don't think is ready for y'all. And you guys are going to make your impact on this world. And I'm just so glad that we get to see this side of it, because when we see that side of it, we can be the ones that help look back and be like, we knew it. We saw it coming because we saw the people that were graduating. So I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. And just know that we're here for you. We're supporting you, and we're praying for you through all of it.
Yes.
Back over to Sean Cena.
Thank you, Pastor. And just to close that off, I agree. And we just know each and every one of you. And even though this moment is hard, and it is hard, and that's okay for you to say that it's hard, because it is, it won't define you. We all know that you're going to fight through the hardships of college, and, it's okay to be bummed out over graduation, but it's not going to define you. It will be a building block for your story and for your future character, as Pastor Matt said, because, again, you're not the church of tomorrow, you're the church of today, and this is just a moment in that building your faith moment that's going to just excel you into that next phase of your life. And we're so excited for you, and we just love each and every one of you. We always want to celebrate our graduates, and again, our way of celebrating by usually bringing you up on stage, we can't do because we're not at church. We're going to share some of the bits and pieces of this meeting. And Family Church, just want to say it to all of you out there, that this generation is beast mode. They are not going to slow down. This pandemic isn't going to stop them. It's only going to make them stronger.
Yeah.
And watch out, because they're coming. And again, we love you guys. We're so proud of your accomplishments and being strong through this time because it is a hardship. But you guys are amazing and can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Yes.
Love you.
Appreciate you guys. Love you and always praying for you and here for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love you guys.